I look nuts, but it's fine. I actually slept last night for the first time in like a long time. So I have insomnia among other mental illnesses. No, but seriously, okay, how bad is it though? Sometimes I'll like vlog, not look at myself and puke. Okay, shut up. Okay. I am actually like really happy, and I was just reflecting on Facebook as one does, and I was like, you know what? The last 2 months have been complete and utter fucking hell. Like, I was ready to commit myself hell. Like, no joke, I never get like that. But I was actually worried about my mental health and wellness, physical and whatever, because of all the pain and trauma. You know, losing the baby, the car blowing up, losing 2 cars this year, you know, being in the women's shelter, being homeless. Any one of those things could push someone over the edge alone, you know? But then, and there was a million other things, getting arrested for the first time, so my first night in jail this year, like, the list goes on, baby. The list goes on. And when I look back on it, it's like it all stems from my time in Green Bay, and honestly many years before that, like from childhood, all the things. And it's actually quite sad. It is so bad. This is makeup, okay? I don't have like black eyes or like whatever. It's just not about how I look. Okay, this is about how I feel. It's about the message, motherfucker. Okay. It's about how I was sad. I was like screaming out for help, crying out for help for many years probably, because of all the things that I've gone through. And some have been done to myself, some have been done to me. Regardless, trauma and pain is trauma and pain. And nobody's like pain and suffering is more like important than someone else's, but we all deal with things different, you know, just like when somebody mourns the loss of someone. And you can look from my behaviors and my experiences that I was obviously suffering. And you know how you kind of like go through your memory and there's like snapshots of like things that bring you back to times where you might not have known that you were suffering, but because of your actions and what you were doing, you obviously were. And it doesn't hit you until sometimes years later. Why? You know? And that's exactly like how anxiety is. You know, like you have triggers that trigger a panic attack. We have memories that trigger like a trauma response. And you don't realize it until you start healing why you have those triggers and stuff. And I am at a place in my life where I'm healing for the first time, like literally ever. And I had to get here, even though it's like, okay, you know, it might not look like much to people, or like even somebody like me a couple years ago, because I've always been raised privileged, like super privileged, not only pretty privileged, baby, not right now, but like just in general, you know, with like money and everything. Like this might not look like much. Blanket over the window to keep that good sunlight in that I actually want to see for the first time ever, because you guys know how I love the dark. But this is like ours, you know, like I'm doing this by myself, like us, you know, but it's like on our own, like doing it on our own, getting it by ourselves, putting the hard work in, not quitting when you want to. Like, do you know how many times I wanted to not get up and go to work get up at 3:30 in the morning and work the 2 jobs, even though it was like not much money. You know, you're training, you're not making any money, you're spending money in Uber, you have to spend money to make money. It was like scary, like really, really scary, but like it's paying off finally. Like I can finally see it, and it makes me like excited to get up in the morning and not, you know, like waste time, because I get like stuck in like a rut of depression or anxiety where I just don't want to deal with stuff. So I'll like drink early in the morning or mid after, like it doesn't even matter, or I'll sleep if I can, which is like impossible. But like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to like get up. I want to work out. I want to take my goddamn keto. This is what, because okay, we have 1 cup, right? And we broke it. The handle is broke off, and so it's like this like little cheap ass coffee mug with no handle in it. That's the cup we have. And so I've been mixing my coffee and my keto in this, and I lost the top to it, so I'm shaking. Like it's a little bit, it's a ghetto operation around here, not gonna lie, it's a little ghetto, but it's like pure, you know what I mean? And I've never been one, okay, that's not true. I have been one to care about shit and my stuff. Like we've had this conversation many times. So if you don't like know what I'm talking about, feel free to watch the slew of like very cringeworthy videos in front of it. But like when I look at this stuff, and most people be like depressed, right? I see it as like a starting point, a kickoff point. Like I have lost so many things and gotten so many things over the course of this 37 years of my life that it doesn't really matter. And I feel like that's a lesson in enlightenment where most people really want to get but can't. And I'm like getting there. Obviously I have a long ways to go, and that's not my goal to be like fully enlightened anyway, but like can't hurt, right? Like those like lessons can't hurt. So like I look at this as like a really good solid start. Like we're not homeless, right? We're no longer having to worry about being warm or having a shower, which was an honest, true worry of mine and ours like 2 months ago. Like when I was first pregnant, I was like, how are we gonna shower? How are we gonna stay warm? Because like we didn't have the van for a while, and then we got the van, and then being warm wasn't an issue, but being clean was. And I've never in my life worried about that, ever. And when you start to worry about basic necessities is when those flashing lights should be going off in your head that something's not fucking right. You need to get shit figured out, and nobody's gonna do it for you. I've been very blessed to have a little bit of help from people in my life who didn't give up, and I'm very thankful for that. But mostly did it on my own. You know, I had to get off my ass and figure it the fuck out. And it sure wasn't easy. And the hardest things in life are the most rewarding. And that meant getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting my ass to work, spending all my money I had in Uber to get to work, to a job that wasn't even worth it. But just to get in the routine of making positive choices and to get on that mental track, because it's really a flip of a switch in the brain. Because you have to have repetition in doing good things, whether you know in your mind what's right and wrong. Even though you don't want to do it and it takes like all you have out of you, you know that that's what you need to do. So you need to go with that gut instinct and just fucking do it. Eventually it will pay off. If you just quit and give up, you're going to feel like more of a piece of shit than you would have if you would have just done the mundane task of whatever the fuck it was. And for me, that was getting up at the crack of dawn, not sleeping at night, and going to fucking work. And I don't work at Hy-Vee anymore, but we decided that I was going to stay there until like this little bit of time in between making money just for like rent and stuff was done. And now I can finally, I miss it. Like I liked being a barista, but like I don't need that job anymore. But it was more of the task of making sure that we were good, you know, and staying on that routine of making positive choices. And so today I finally feel like the mental anguish of a lot of those problems is dissipating, and I feel like a newfound hope for the future. And I mean, every little bit helps, right? So like we're gonna take that small victory and move forward with it. But I just wanted to share that with you, that we're excited about stuff, right baby?
Very.
Last night was the first night I actually slept. Like I'm all fucked up, like my whole body's all fucked up just from like sleeping hard and like this bed, which this bed isn't like bad.
No.
But like, I don't know, it's just all the things. But last night I finally passed out from pure exhaustion and slept. So I feel good. And we cuddled all night, which was nice.
You did good.
Yeah, so we're gonna run some errands today. Tonight's my first night not training. Finally can make some money, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So it's gonna be an adventure, which of course we'll share with you guys. We gotta get more health shots.
Want to do our shots now?
Yeah, we might as well. We can do our shot in our little workbook right now real quick.
Do we just have 2 left?
I think so. I finished my keto. You guys, are we so proud of me? Actually, I didn't put any cream in my coffee this morning either.
I don't have one left, baby. But you can do it.
Well, what is it?
Immunity. You need it.
Actually, I feel like I have it. You got really, really sick and I didn't get it, which was crazy.
I know.
Will you twist it for me, baby?
Sure.
Oh, Powered by Ginger, my favorite thing. I hate
This is
ginger.
ginger and cayenne pepper. This is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be puke worthy.
It's gonna be salty.
With my keto and coffee? Yum. Immunity, guys. I'm immune to the bullshit. Oh, I don't like this. We're gonna split it.
Just do half, I'll do the other half. though.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I just got done brushing my teeth, so I'm sure it's gonna. No.
Oh,
no.
help me, Jesus Christ Almighty in heaven.
No.
Like I said, the ultimate sacrifices bring the biggest rewards. It is really that bad, though. On that note, I'm really glad you split it with me. That was kind of you. Immunity.
The gasoline.
Like I said, the ultimate sacrifice for the greatest good. And in the words of Andrew Tate, God hates lazy and hates us all equally. So we have to get off our ass and do what's hard. And taking that shot was not easy. All right, so let's do our workbook really quick.
Where's it at, baby?
It's right here. Better every day. And you guys, like, as soon as I got this book, they decided to take the product link off of TikTok, so I'm not making money off of this. So this is just about the goodness of our souls and spirits that we want to get better. So I will post a link for Amazon. Some people were asking about the book, so you can buy it. I'm not going to make any money off of it. Okay, I'm just going to flip the thing. Identify a habit that you believe is holding you back from reaching your full potential. Are we on the right path or what? I feel like all the signs are there. A habit that was I'm gonna say was, because I feel like I'm really like on a good path right now. Laziness. Oh no, I'm gonna go depression. I wouldn't consider myself lazy, but I feel like when I get super depressed, I just like have lazy tendencies. But depression, that wouldn't be a habit. I would get up and, before being pregnant obviously, and feel like it was okay to mix a drink at whatever time it was, and just like wallow in my depression, because we had a lifestyle where we could do whatever we wanted whenever we wanted, so we didn't really have the rules of like a 9-to-5 or normal stuff. Someday we'll talk about that. But because we could do whatever we wanted, we chose some habits that weren't the best. That habit was completely mine. Josh doesn't drink much, and when he does drink, it's like, it's rare. So that's a habit that I definitely partook in, and obviously like it numbed me and made me lesser of a person. But I'm now dealing with that anxiety and no longer feel like I have to wake up in the morning and drink, which was a very dark time. But we were also having fun too. It was weird.
We were on vacation. It was a permanent vacation. So you waking up whatever time you were, mixing a drink, it's not like you had any responsibilities that were not going to be met because you had a drink that morning.
And it wasn't because I'm probably borderline alcoholic. I guess if you go by the terms, and I'm not like upset about it or worried about it or whatever, or like feel any way. I enjoy having a drink like after work yesterday because I earned it, and it was like nice to just sit back and have a drink. But I don't want to feel like I got to wake up and drink, and I'm not dependent on it.
That's the difference, is your body doesn't, for some reason, your body just doesn't become dependent on it. So you don't experience withdrawal
Which is shocking.
None, not a little bit. You don't, nothing. You're just normal.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I was actually like, I was noticing it because I should actually like for sure be dependent on it. But like I was noticing at work yesterday, I was like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I don't feel weird. Like I should feel weird. And I'm not saying like this is okay or oh my God, like I'm just one of those like alcohol savants or whatever. It's not like that, but like I also am aware that it's a bad habit, and being self-aware is key because I don't want to become unhealthy later. I don't want to have like cancer or just be disgusted and like held down by it. So I'm aware that that habit needs to fully be cut back, and only as a reward or for fun, and not because I'm anxious or whatever other reason. So yeah, that was long-winded but needed. Okay, your turn. Just being self-aware.
Excuse me. How do you define and pursue fulfillment? Fulfillment means when you, to me, would mean waking up in the morning and being completely content and being happy with the decisions I'm making, the direction my life is going, and the actions that I'm taking to ensure that all that stuff happens. When her and I are firing on all cylinders, it hits different. It's a different kind of fulfillment. It means my relationships in life are fulfilled, and my relationships with my mate are filled, and it makes me feel good about myself. So I guess deep down inside, it's really about how you feel with yourself and the things that you do to maintain that. So I feel fulfilled right now.
Okay, that's good. That's all positive stuff. So on that note, we're gonna head to the store and get the things that we need for the day and
Supplies.
I need to get hair color. I decided I wasn't gonna. My hair is so stiff from like the dry shampoo and like the black hair color because my hair is like growing out or whatever, that I'm not gonna wash it until like I'm done running my shit for the day so I can look good for work tonight. So I'm gonna be a little crusty at the start, but it's fine. All right, guys, on that note, we will see you all tomorrow. Bye.